When your mind vibrates low, you attract confusion. When your emotions vibrate low, you attract chaos. But when you raise your frequency, you stop chasing and you start attracting. You stop fighting the world and the world begins to move with you. My friends, everything in this universe vibrates. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, every word you speak, it sends out a frequency. And that frequency is what shapes your life. Most people try to change their circumstances without ever changing their vibration. They work harder, they run faster, they shout louder, but their energy remains low, and so life keeps repeating itself over and over again, like an echo that never fades. But the ancient masters understood something deeper. They knew that life does not change by force, it changes by frequency. If you raise your vibration, your entire reality begins to shift. You begin to meet different people, attract different opportunities, and feel peace where there once was pain. So today, I want to take you on a journey inward, not to add more to your life, but to elevate your being. Because the secret to transformation is not outside you. It is the frequency you carry within. Your frequency creates your reality. This is not a metaphor, and it is not some vague spiritual idea. It is a law that governs everything in the universe, whether you recognize it or not. Every thought you hold, every emotion you feel, every word you speak is sending out a vibration. This vibration is not passive. It moves outward and interacts with the world, attracting experiences, people, and circumstances that match the energy you are projecting. Most people go through life completely unaware of this. They believe their struggles are caused by others, by the world, or by bad luck. But the truth is that the energy they carry, the frequency they broadcast, is shaping their experience more than anything else. If you are constantly frustrated, anxious, or angry, your life will mirror that energy. You will find conflict, obstacles, and negativity wherever you go because your energy is attracting it. This is why the same situation can feel like a nightmare to one person and a gift to another. The difference is not in the circumstance. It is in the vibration of the person experiencing it. Rising your frequency does not mean ignoring reality or pretending that life is perfect. It means becoming conscious of the energy you carry and choosing to elevate it regardless of the external chaos. When your inner vibration rises, you no longer react impulsively to every challenge. You move with clarity, with calm, and with an understanding that your energy is the foundation of your reality. This is why some people seem to glide through life, facing the same storms as others, yet emerging untouched. They have mastered the art of managing their frequency. They know that a single thought of gratitude, a single moment of stillness, a single act of conscious awareness can shift their energy and, therefore, their life. Conversely, low vibration is subtle but devastating. Fear, resentment, jealousy, and despair are like anchors, dragging you deeper into the turbulence of life. They create a feedback loop. The more you feed them, the more life reinforces them. Breaking this loop begins with awareness. Recognize that you are not your thoughts, you are not your emotions, you are the consciousness behind them. From that space, you have the power to shift, to elevate, to transform. The universe does not respond to your words or your plans as much as it responds to the vibration behind them. A prayer or intention said in fear carries a different energy than one spoken in calm trust. A goal pursued with desperation creates tension, while the same goal pursued with alignment and clarity attracts opportunity. you must understand that energy is everything. It is the invisible thread connecting your inner world to your outer experience. When you choose to raise your frequency, you are choosing to live in alignment with this fundamental truth. You are no longer a passive participant in life. You are a conscious creator. Every act of love, every moment of mindfulness, every thought of gratitude raises your frequency and expands the reality you can access. Life begins to flow differently. Opportunities appear in unexpected ways. People respond to you in ways they never did before. Even the challenges you face feel lighter because your higher vibration transforms the experience. This is the first and most important step in transforming your life. Understand the power of your frequency. Honor it. Protect it. Elevate it. When you do, everything else shifts effortlessly, naturally, and profoundly. Awareness of thought and emotion is the foundation of raising your frequency. Most people live their entire lives on autopilot, swept along by the currents of their mind, believing that they are powerless to change their circumstances. But the truth is that the moment you become aware of your thoughts and feelings, you reclaim your power. Your mind and your emotions are not enemies. They are instruments. They are tools that can either keep you trapped in low vibration or help you rise to new levels of consciousness. Awareness is the bridge between unconscious reaction and conscious creation. When a thought arises, do not immediately identify with it or act upon it. Instead, observe it. Watch it as a wave passing through your awareness. Notice the tone. The emotion, the subtle energy it carries. Is it fear or courage, resentment or acceptance? Each thought has a frequency, and the more you allow negative thoughts to dominate, the more your vibration aligns with their energy. But the key is not to suppress these thoughts. Suppression is resistance, and resistance creates friction that drains your energy. True awareness is gentle, calm, and compassionate. It is the act of seeing your mind clearly without judgment and understanding that you have the choice to respond rather than react. Emotions work in the same way. They are powerful signals, messengers from your inner self, indicating where your energy is low or high. When anger rises, pause and observe it. When anxiety appears, notice its subtle vibrations in your body. Feel it fully without being consumed by it. Awareness transforms emotion from a chain that binds you into a signal that guides you. With this conscious presence, you begin to realize patterns. You start to see the triggers that lower your frequency and the thoughts that elevate it. Perhaps it is a person, a memory, or a recurring habit. When you bring awareness to these patterns, you are no longer controlled by them. You can choose to shift your focus, to redirect your energy, to replace the reaction with presence. The power of this practice lies in repetition and consistency. Each moment you pause, each thought you observe, each emotion you feel without judgment, your frequency rises. You are retraining your nervous system, rewiring your mind, and transforming the energetic patterns that have governed your life. Over time, this awareness becomes second nature. You no longer get swept away by fear, doubt, or frustration. Instead, you notice the energy, acknowledge it, and consciously choose a higher vibration. Your life begins to reflect this inner clarity. Opportunities appear that were invisible before. Relationships deepen, not because people change, but because you interact with them from a higher frequency. Situations that once caused stress now become lessons, experiences to expand your consciousness rather than triggers to pull you down. This awareness is not intellectual. It is not something you read about or analyze endlessly. It is lived experience, a presence that is cultivated through mindfulness, meditation, and conscious attention to your internal state. It is quiet, subtle, but infinitely powerful. In essence, mastering awareness of your thoughts and emotions allows you to reclaim your frequency. You step out of the unconscious cycle of reaction and into a conscious state of creation. You become the observer and the creator simultaneously. This is the doorway to transformation. When you understand the energy of your mind and emotions, you no longer chase happiness, peace, or success. You radiate them. You become a magnet for circumstances that reflect the high frequency you carry, and the world responds accordingly. Awareness is the tool, the discipline, and the gateway. It is the essential practice that turns frequency into reality, and reality into transformation. Letting go of low vibration attachments is one of the most powerful steps in raising your frequency. Most people carry invisible weights through life, the burdens of fear, anger, resentment, jealousy, and regret. These are not external, they are internal energies that we hold on to, thinking that by clinging to them we are protecting ourselves or honoring our past. But in truth, these low vibration attachments chain us to the very circumstances we wish to escape. Every thought of resentment, every replay of past hurts, every fear that lingers in the mind feeds a frequency that attracts more of the same. Life does not change until we change the energy that we carry. The first step in letting go is awareness, the same awareness that transforms thought and emotion. Notice what you are holding on to. Notice the grudges, the old pains, the fears, and the doubts. See them clearly without shame or judgment. They are not bad. They are simply energies that no longer serve you. Once you recognize them, the next step is acceptance. Acceptance does not mean resignation or forgetting. It means acknowledging the truth of your experience without resistance. When you resist what is, you create friction and tension. When you accept, you create space. Space for healing, space for growth, and space for higher vibration. Letting go is not an act of force. It is a gentle release, like exhaling old air to make room for fresh oxygen. Sometimes the release is immediate, other times it is gradual, a process of choosing over and over again to not feed the low vibration energy. Forgiveness in this context is a powerful tool. Forgiveness is not for the other person, it is for yourself. Holding on to anger and resentment does not punish anyone else. It punishes you by keeping your frequency low. When you forgive, even quietly to yourself, you lift the weight of that energy and create room for higher vibration. Letting go also means releasing attachment to outcomes, to expectations, and to control. Many people remain in low frequency because they are trapped by the need to control life. They fear uncertainty, fear loss, fear the unknown. But life is not meant to be forced, it is meant to be aligned with. When you release attachment to what must happen or how life should be, you allow the natural flow of energy to support you. This does not mean passivity. It means conscious surrender, working with life rather than against it, moving with the current rather than resisting it. As you release these low vibration attachments, you begin to notice a subtle shift. Your energy feels lighter, your mind feels clearer. The world begins to respond differently to you because the frequency you carry is no longer weighed down by old pain. You begin to attract situations, people, and opportunities that reflect your elevated vibration rather than your unhealed wounds. Letting go is also a daily practice. old habits, old fears, and old patterns do not disappear overnight. They will appear again, sometimes in subtle forms. Each time they do, you have the choice to feed them and lower your vibration, or to observe, accept, and release them, raising your frequency once more. This is the discipline that transforms life. Every release, no matter how small, accumulates. Every act of letting go adds clarity, freedom, and power. Your life does not shift by external force. It shifts because the energy you carry has changed. Letting go of low vibration attachments is not just about peace or happiness. It is about power. It is about reclaiming the energy that belongs to you and using it to create a life that aligns with your higher self. This is the alchemy of transformation. When you release what no longer serves you, you do not lose. You gain everything: clarity, freedom, strength, and the ability to manifest a reality that reflects your highest frequency. Daily practices to elevate energy are not optional if you wish to transform your life. Rising your frequency is not a one-time event or a single moment of insight. It is a continuous process, a deliberate cultivation of your inner state. Every day presents countless opportunities to either lower or raise your vibration. And the difference between those who transform their lives and those who remain stagnant lies in consistent, conscious practice. Meditation is one of the most powerful tools for tuning your frequency. Sitting in stillness, focusing on your breath, and observing the flow of your thoughts allows you to step out of the chaotic patterns of the mind and connect with a higher state of consciousness. In meditation, you create a space where your energy can settle, where your frequency can rise naturally without the distraction of incessant thoughts or emotional turbulence. Mindful breathing is another practice that holds profound power. The breath is the bridge between body, mind, and spirit. When you breathe consciously, slowly, and deeply, you send signals to your nervous system that calm tension, release stress, and restore balance. Each conscious breath raises your vibration, aligning your energy with the frequency of peace, clarity, and presence. Movement, too, plays a role. Physical practices such as yoga, tai chi, or even mindful walking integrate your energy, releasing stagnant emotions and allowing the body to function as a vessel of higher frequency. When your body is aligned, your energy flows unhindered and your mind follows. Gratitude is a daily practice that shifts frequency almost instantly. The moment you consciously focus on what you are grateful for, your energy moves from lack to abundance, from fear to trust, from tension to ease. This simple act rewires your perception and elevates the vibration of your entire being. Journaling or reflection is equally essential. Taking time each day to observe your thoughts, emotions, and actions creates awareness, illuminates patterns, and allows you to consciously choose which energies to nurture and which to release. These practices are not about perfection. They are about commitment. Even a few minutes of mindful meditation, a few conscious breaths, a short moment of gratitude, repeated consistently, compounds over time, raising your frequency in ways that become tangible in your life. Another critical practice is conscious consumption. What you expose your mind to through books, conversations, media, and environments. Every influence carries energy. Surround yourself with high vibration content, positive people, and spaces that elevate your spirit. Avoid that which drains or distorts your frequency. Silence, too, is a practice often overlooked. In the quiet moments, your energy settles and your frequency naturally rises. The world is filled with noise that lowers vibration. but learning to embrace silence allows you to reconnect with your inner source. Daily rituals create structure, consistency, and a rhythm that supports your energetic elevation. Small acts repeated faithfully, a morning meditation, an afternoon breath practice, a nightly reflection, build a foundation that transforms your mind, your emotions, and your life. Over time, these practices do more than improve your mood, they shift the very quality of your existence. Your presence becomes lighter, more magnetic, more aligned with the life you are meant to live. People notice the difference. Opportunities align more effortlessly. Challenges feel manageable because your frequency creates resilience. Elevating your energy daily is not about achieving perfection or escaping reality. It is about consciously shaping the frequency that determines how life responds to you. It is the cultivation of an inner garden where each practice is a seed that grows into clarity, peace, and empowerment. Through these practices, your life becomes a reflection of the elevated energy you carry, and transformation becomes inevitable, natural, and profound alignment with a higher purpose is the ultimate key to raising your frequency and transforming your life. Without purpose, energy dissipates, scattered in many directions, leaving you drained, frustrated, and disconnected. Many people go through life chasing goals that feel important on the surface but are hollow at the core. They pursue success, recognition, or material gain without ever asking whether these pursuits resonate with the deepest part of who they are. True alignment begins with understanding that your life is not a series of random events. You are a unique expression of energy, a frequency with a purpose that exists in harmony with the universe. When you connect to this purpose, your energy becomes focused, coherent, and magnetic. The first step is introspection. Quietly reflect on what brings you joy, what gives your heart a sense of meaning, and what feels inevitable when you are fully yourself. Your higher purpose is not always grand or dramatic. Often it is simple, subtle, and profoundly natural. It is revealed through the things that make your energy expand rather than contract. Through moments when time seems to disappear, and through actions that leave you feeling fulfilled rather than drained. Living in alignment with purpose is not about forcing outcomes or striving in desperation. It is about becoming a conduit for the energy that already exists within you and allowing that energy to flow into the world. When you act from this space, life responds differently. Opportunities appear without strain. People are drawn to your energy. Challenges are met with clarity and resilience rather than panic and resistance. Every decision, every action, every thought aligns with a vibration that is higher than fear, doubt, or indecision. Alignment also requires discernment. Not every path, every offer, or every relationship resonates with your highest self. To stay in alignment, you must consciously choose what supports your frequency and let go of what drains it. This may require courage, because letting go often means stepping away from what is familiar, comfortable, or socially expected. But the higher your purpose, the lighter your energy, and the more effortless life becomes. A life aligned with purpose is a life in flow. It is a life where resistance fades because your inner frequency matches the rhythm of the universe. You no longer fight life. You move with it. Actions are not frantic or desperate. They are deliberate, measured, and full of clarity. Alignment transforms the ordinary into extraordinary because the energy behind your actions shapes their outcome. Even simple acts become powerful when performed from a space of purpose and presence. your relationships, your work, and your personal growth are all amplified by this alignment. Energy that is focused on purpose is not wasted. It multiplies, creating influence, impact, and transformation far beyond what you could achieve through effort alone. Living in alignment also cultivates peace. When your frequency resonates with your highest truth, there is no inner conflict. There is no dissonance between what you feel and what you do. Life becomes a reflection of your inner state, and you experience harmony not as a concept, but as a lived reality. Alignment with purpose is not a destination, it is a continuous journey. As you evolve, your understanding of your purpose deepens, and your frequency rises accordingly. The more you live consciously in alignment with this energy, the more effortlessly your life transforms, and the more profoundly you influence the world around you. Ultimately, purpose is the compass that guides your frequency, the anchor that centers your energy, and the magnet that attracts the life you are meant to live. When you align with your higher purpose, you are no longer merely surviving, you are thriving in resonance with the universe itself. So now you see, raising your frequency is not a theory, and it is not a temporary exercise. It is the very essence of transformation. Everything you experience, everything you attract, everything you create in your life flows from the vibration you carry. Your thoughts, your emotions, the energy you hold, these are the instruments of your reality. When you become aware of them, when you begin to observe without judgment, you reclaim the power that has always been yours. You stop reacting unconsciously to the world and start moving in harmony with it. And as you let go of the old, the fears, the resentments, the attachments that weigh you down, you create space for a higher vibration to emerge. Life responds to this energy. The world begins to mirror the frequency you carry, and opportunities, clarity, and abundance arrive in ways you could never have forced. Daily practices are the bridge between knowing and becoming. Meditation, mindful breathing, reflection, gratitude, conscious movement. These are not rituals, they are tools that anchor you in elevated energy, helping your frequency to rise naturally, consistently, and powerfully. And when your frequency is aligned with your higher purpose, your life moves from struggle to flow. You act with intention, clarity, and resonance. You no longer chase happiness or success because they already flow to you effortlessly as a natural reflection of your being. The universe responds to frequency, not force. Transformation is not about working harder. It is about vibrating higher. It is about creating the inner state that magnetizes the outer world. And so, I leave you with this truth. Your life is your frequency made visible. Every thought, every feeling, every choice sends a signal into the universe. Choose the vibration that aligns with peace, love, clarity, and purpose. Observe your mind and emotions with awareness. Release what no longer serves you. Elevate your energy daily through conscious practices. Align every action, every intention, and every decision with your highest purpose. When you do this, you will no longer be at the mercy of circumstance. You will be the conscious creator of your reality. You will move through life with grace, power, and presence. And the most profound truth is this: the transformation you seek has always been within you. Your frequency has always had the power to shape your life. Now it is time to claim it, to raise it, and to live the life that your highest self has been waiting for. Step into this energy. Step into this power. Step into the life that resonates with your true frequency, and watch as everything changes effortlessly, naturally, and profoundly.